Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, your Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday! How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Here in the United States, things are starting to get a little bit scary with the COVID-19 coronavirus lurking around every corner. So, folks are being asked not to go out into crowded places or go to things like that. So, a lot of businesses are closing down and different attractions are closing. Restaurants are closing their inside dining areas, and it's just getting a little bit cray-cray. So, the good news about that is it makes a person want to spend just a little bit more time inside, which gives us more time for crafting. So, with that in mind, while this is today's usual Make It Monday video, I'm going to try to have a few more videos for you this week. So, keep an eye out for that. I'd like to commit to one every single day this week, but I don't want you to hold me to that specifically, just in case I don't make it. But I will try very hard. So make sure that you check back on my channel every day. Let me say to check back every day just to make sure and see if there's anything new. Or better yet, if you're not already a subscriber, click the subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, or if you're getting ready to subscribe, make sure you click the little bell next to the subscribe button and you'll be notified when a new video comes out. I'm sure that I'll have several more this week. I'm hoping for one every day, but I'll say that there will at least be a few more this week, okay? All right, friends. Today's video is going to be all about this absolutely beautiful little card. Now, I have got to say I am in love with this card for multiple reasons, but first and foremost being that it is so soft and so sweet and so pretty. And then second of all, because I am in love with this designer series paper. You folks know this. I've mentioned it before. This is the Flowering Foils designer series paper, that free paper pack that's in the second release for Celebration. So this is free with a $50 purchase. And folks, if you don't already have this pack of paper, you really want to get your hands on it because it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm not going to take it out of the package because I have shown it to you before. If you take a look at the February paper pumpkin alternatives video, you'll be able to see it because I used this flower to make that adorable little gift bag out of the envelopes from that kit. So you want to make sure that if you have the ability to get a hold of a pack of that paper while it is still available, because I have a feeling it's not going to last very long. It is so pretty. All right. Now, in addition to that beautiful paper, I'm also using the So Sentimental bundle. This is in the current spring mini catalog. It's the So Sentimental stamp set and stitched So Sweetly dies. Now we're using this adorable little sentiment here from the stamp set, and then the biggest of the shaped dies because it cuts it out perfectly. I love that these are stitched. The frames are adorable and they go with the sentiments so well. And then I'm also using the Tasteful Textures stamp set. I found that this little cluster of flowers right here matches the paper beautifully, doesn't it? I love it. It's like they were made for each other. So now did I try to stamp them? I'm not sure. I think I did, and they weren't going to work. Yes, that's right. Took me a second to remember. Yes, they do not stamp over the flowers on the paper, but they do make this beautiful design, which is basically the same pattern as the patterned paper, and it's the same shape of flowers, so it looks like it fits. It looks like you could stamp it over the lines. But now I'm going to show you how I did this one, because it's just beautiful. Listen here. It's just beautiful, and it's super easy too, okay? So let me get these out of the way, and let's get to it. All right. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock measuring 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that makes our card base. Then you're going to need a piece of that beautiful Flowering Foils Designer Series paper cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and that is going to layer right over the top just like that. Then you're also going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, also cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and this is going to go on the inside. And then I went ahead and pre-cut one of those Stitch So Sweetly sentiment frames, and we're going to use this to stamp our sentiment with. And then you need approximately 17 inches of ribbon. Now this is the Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I'm not sure actually if it's available today or not. It was on back order, and it is coming back though, and I believe that you are able to order it. So if you don't have this yet, it's a beautiful ribbon. By itself as white, it is beautiful, but look at how well it takes color. I've done this with the Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blend, and it's just beautiful. So this ribbon really takes color very, very well, and you can color it to match any of your projects with any color. All right, which is just wonderful. I love that. So, okay, now that we've got our supplies, you're also going to need a Flirty Flamingo ink pad, a Memento Black ink pad, and a dark Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blend. Okay, now I'm using this to color the little flower right here. All right, so let's get that going. All right, I'm going to bring in my piercing mat and my paper, just because when I'm stamping on white paper with black ink, I really want to get a good bold impression. I like using the piercing mat. Also, when you're using photopolymer stamps, you really want to use the piercing mat too, because it helps you get a good clean image. Now, I'm stamping it upside down, obviously, because my stamp is just a little bigger than my ink pad, and I want to make sure that it gets a nice, good coating of ink. And let's see here. I'm going to try to lean over without getting in the camera. There we go, and I'll hold it down with even pressure for just a second. This also helps the ink saturate the paper, so you get a nice, good, bold image. All right, so let's move that out of the way. Now I want to take the paper and my Stampin' Blend, and we're going to use the brush tip. All right. Now I'm going to get my little scrap paper here to put underneath it. And let's see, I want to turn that this way. And I'm just going to color this flower right here. Now, of course, in theory, you could color any of the flowers that you want. It's entirely up to you. There we go. These are so pretty. So with the coronavirus outbreak in the US, a lot of schools have been canceled for several weeks. I've even heard of a couple being canceled for the rest of the school year, which is just crazy. But they're doing it to try and keep more people from getting sick and keep the hospitals from getting overrun with cases all at one time. So it makes sense. It's just a little frustrating and makes things kind of difficult, but you know, we do what we can to square things away and make things easier and keep our kids safe. So today my mini me and I were playing with this paper, and we were doing some coloring and having a good time. And so when I colored this piece, I thought, oh gosh, that's so sweet with this pattern and layout. So I wanted to share it with you guys and see what you thought of it too. I love that you can color inside the lines on this paper. It's just perfect for coloring. And Stampin' blends, of course, make it really easy to color too. So as I'm coloring this, I am certain that I used the lighter of the Stampin' blends, and I'll show you side by side, but I wanted to show you how it will look with the light and the dark. And it's not going to matter because I'll use the dark Stampin' blend on the ribbon as well, so the ribbon will still match perfectly with the Stampin' blend. So I think I didn't push my rhinestone down very good. There we go. Alright. Once this is colored, you're going to set it aside, and I've got that sentiment piece set aside, and now I'm going to take the inside panel and the Flirty Flamingo ink, and also the flower cluster from the textures stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp it right here on the corner. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now to show you how super simple it is to color this ribbon, let me bring my little scratch paper out here. Alright, so you've got your ribbon. You take the brush tip of the marker, and all you're going to do is swipe it over the ribbon. That's literally all you do to make color on the ribbon. Alright. Very easy to do. The alcohol blends perfectly and keeps you from getting a whole bunch of crazy lines. So it just fades together perfectly so it looks uniform, which is great. And this is so easy to do. I mean, I can make any color of ribbon I want to from this white ribbon. It's just fantastic. And you see it's taken me just a couple of seconds to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and assemble most of the card and give that just a second to dry. And it really does need just a second, okay? So let me set that off to the side. And I'm going to take our card base and the Whisper White panel and my snail. And we'll just adhere that to the inside of the card. There we go. there's that piece. Now I'm going to wait for just a second to put this piece on, because obviously I want to make sure I get the ribbon behind it. But while I'm waiting, I can grab my Stampin' Dimensionals and I can put them on the back of my sentiment piece. So this is super simple. As you can see, this is only taking us a couple of minutes to do. Alright. Let's remove the backing. There we go. Now we'll set that off to the side. It's ready for us to go, and this is now dry. Super fast, right? Okay. Now when I'm tying this bow, I want to curl the paper just a tiny, tiny bit, and that's just so that I get a nice snug bow. Well, let me try that again. Let me try it again. Just a second here. There we go. Alright. Naturally, when you're trying to do it on a video, it doesn't take right the first time, but that's okay. There we go. We got it. Now you can finagle with your bow however you want to, and notice that once I tied the bow, it lays flat and it's fairly snug to the card. Okay, now let's put some snail on this. We're not going to worry about the marker bleeding through here because this is a layer onto the card, so no one's going to see it anyway. Now, if you wanted to do this on a white card base, I highly recommend having a white layer on a white card base. That way you don't see through this, because it does bleed through one layer. Alright, let's put that on just like that. And grab our sentiment. We're almost finished, guys. And we're just going to slide it a little bit. There we go. And put that right there. There we are. Now we can finagle that ribbon all we want to. I'm not going to do it too much. I'll do it a little bit more here in just a minute. Maybe I won't, because that was pretty good. Okay. We'll clip there. And clips there. Alright, that's good. Okay, now the only thing left to do is get some bling, because bling is beautiful, and this card is beautiful, so it deserves a little bling. Now I'm using the middle-sized piece for the center of that flower, and then I'm going to take a couple of these little ones and just embellish a little bit. Whoops. There. And there. And one more right there. Alright guys, there you have it. Super simple, super pretty. Let me push that one down. There we go. Simple, beautiful, easy. You can see the difference between the light and the dark. Both of them are gorgeous. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's project. Remember to join me again throughout this week for more bonus videos. I'm so excited to spend some extra time with you this week, and I hope that you'll be excited to spend time with me too. celebration is still going on for only a couple of more weeks. So if you'd like to get a hold of this paper, please visit my website, danasullivan.stampinup.net, and put your order in today so that you don't miss out on this gorgeous paper. You can order the So Sentimental bundle, and you'll be well on your way for that free paper pack. So that's a wonderful thing, and you can find all of that down in the description below. Be sure to visit my blog. It's stampinchicktn.blogspot.com so that you can find the measurements and details as well as the products that I used in today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.